It was Green Eagles visiting Coloma Stadium, which has been a good visiting place for visiting teams because they haven't lost to Red Arrows. So first home win of the season for Honor Janza must have been very refreshing. Let's have a look at the selections that were made in this game. That was Red Arrows versus Green Eagles. Now, Green Eagles went for an ambitious 4-3-3 formation, whilst Red Arrows went 4-4-2. Luvinda Mdia, of course, proving to be one of the most important players. But in this game, gentlemen, I was pleased to see Dominic Yobe actually playing in this game, but I was also happy to see Patrick Dudengoma actually starting. But let's get into the nitty-gritties of the tactics. Red Arrows trying to play out in terms of their system. Let's look at the Red Arrows play-out system and what it meant. So, gentlemen, Red Arrows in red. So you have Singwa on the ball there in central defense, trying to play out. Green Eagles trying to press with three. Venetia's Mapande, Greenwell, Whitaker, and Mwila Piri there. And yeah, Simbaya Mbaya and Dominic Yobe in central midfield. But again, the lines of pass, like on Saturday, were these people watching the Mozambique game? Because, yeah, lines of pass cut off again, and Red Arrows very comfortable on the ball, but being forced to lift Davis.
I think Red Arrows had a game plan, because if you look at the way they played, I think they played well. The combination was good, because whatever they tried, it worked out for them. They played from the wings. They were able to cross the ball and find their own players. And equally, I think the score line did not give the good indication of the game. I think even Eagles played so well that maybe it's just urgency that lacked in them. They had good players. They had chances that they could have scored a goal or two. And then I think when Red Arrows scored goals, I think it uses all the morale that they had, and they thought they were a bad team, but they were good.
Now, Green Eagles, now, I don't know what happened with Manfred Chavenga, but where Manfred Chavenga lives, it usually remains to be very tough. Hey.
Well, I think, I don't know. Anyway, there's nothing that I can say because I never got any information about Coach Manfred leaving Green Eagles. But I think Honor, very tactician, very tactical, and he leads the game very well. I think I don't know who was on the bench on the other side. I think the Red Arrows team read the game well, like Coach Davis has said here. Red Arrows played well. I think I watched on the last just the beats, but I think Red Arrows did their homework and they carried the day.
Okay, now Green Eagles actually surprised many people with their lineup. Let's look at their transitional shape, because in their transitional shape, you see the position that Spencer Sawutu was actually playing. A lot of people know Spencer to be a midfielder, attacking one at that. Now, he's played left back. Now, look at the positioning of Chiliwe and Sunzu at the back. Two-man defense in transition, that's number one. Then you look at Mlenga, the left back, he's up there. Both of them are up. Clearly, even if we say that, yes, going forward, they were able to create opportunities, Davis. But, yeah, Spencer is a midfielder, so he loves to play football. That's attractive to the eye.
I think as much as Spencer was their strongest point, I think he was the weakest link in there. Why? Because Spencer is a midfielder, and he was playing a right back. So what he was doing was he was following where the ball was going. So in the end, he created space at the back, and they capitalized on that. First half, they went there, they couldn't score, I think, twice. Second half, I think that's where they powered up the pressure on him, because he was stacking in. leaving that area free. And what Arrows did, they realized that he's a midfielder, he's following where the ball is going. So the area where he is leaving vast space for them to attack.
Okay, so the commander in chief in this game was Dominic Yobe. Now, Dominic actually came into this game only to make his second appearance this season in a Red Arrow shirt. Let's look at the Dominic Yobe factor. Now, look at this one. Now, this is rare intelligence. He was not making forward runs. He was making diagonal runs. And once he makes that diagonal run, he actually pulls Progress Kalenga with him. And when he does that, he leaves Luinda Mundia there free to actually affect the game. And because of the Dominic Yobe factor, he created two chances, two assists. That's so Red Arrows win 3-1 in this game. He's a player that we've seen being used in different positions ever since he came back. What do you make of Dominic Yobe's performance in this game?
No, he performed very well. I think yesterday he did well. He was, I think, the catalyst for Red Arrows scoring opportunities. I think he created and he looked mature in terms of what he was doing. And I think they looked stable and balanced, I think, because of his presence in the midfield.
Okay, let's look at his statistics and what he was able to rake in. That's Dominic Yobe in this match. Look at this, 90 minutes, 0 shots on goal, but provided 2 assists and was invariably involved even in the move that got that goal. He put in 4 crosses, 2 of them actually actually landed on his teammates. The other 2 were unsuccessful, so that's a 50% return. In terms of attack passes, he made 2 of them. 1 was successful, but this is what he's brought to this Red Arrow side that has had a lot of inertia in attack, Dennis.
Yeah, I think I've known this young man for a long time. He's quite an intelligent person. He's very intelligent on the ball. He knows where the ball is going. From the time that he receives the ball, he knows where to take the ball. He knows where to make a run, and he knows where not to. And he knows who's making a run. Actually, what I can say is he's very intelligent.
Very intelligent, but if you look at that one, most teams in Zambia, in terms of creativity in the central areas, this is one part where probably most teams struggle. And because we play on the wings, and if our game is closed in the wide areas, we seemingly struggle to get a plan B going and cracking.
No, but for you to get the best of the wings, you need to have good central midfielders, because they're the ones that supplies the wings. Because one, what we say is to unlock a compact defense, we have to make runs, we have to play from the wings, because there is no team that can be clever using the wings, because the ball comes, it can land to anyone, and then that's where in modern football, wing play creates more scoring opportunities.
Okay, so that was the situation there. So Spencer Sautu, again, he had an interesting game at the office. If you look at his numbers, as Davis made reference to. Now, let's look at this, gentlemen. 90 minutes played. He's a perfectly good player. Okay, scratch that. We didn't expect him to shoot from right back. So that statistic is okay. He made 3 crosses. 1 landed, only 1. From a possible 3. Then you look at the goals that Green Eagles conceded. 2 of the 3 goals came from the right hand side, where he actually was supposed to be defending. Now, in terms of Red Arrows crosses, Red Arrows made 22 crosses in this game. 11 of them were targeted at where Spencer was operating. Now, if Coach Chilufya may be looking at these statistics and say, do I need to get maybe a central defender to play that role, or play 3 at the back and let Spencer play the role that we know him? Because he had Caesar Akaluwa and then he had Claude Walia in there. He had options to actually play Spencer in that midfield role.
Sometimes in football you try to experiment. Maybe he played that one game and it worked. So sometimes players tend to play well in a different position for the first time. But when you get the confidence that they're gonna do it, it does not work out. So maybe I think after seeing that game, if they're gonna analyze it well, they will understand that maybe it's not a good position for him. Yes, he can be an utility player, but then they must use him where he's more effective.
I think what Coach Davis is saying here, I remember at Inquas we were handicapped. We had no defenders. We used the Jube Osakala on the right, and we used the Eric Chomba on the left. Jube Osakala is a midfielder, holding midfielder. Eric is a number 11 attacking midfield. We used them, and Coach Whitson was watching. He was so impressed. He was asking, how are these guys? And right now, as I'm saying, Jube Osakala and Eric Chomba, they're in South Africa. They are going to play. The other one will play number 3, wing back. The other one will play the right.
Okay, now let's deal with that. I probably don't mind whoever you play. You can even play Zita at left back if you believe it's correct. But gentlemen, there's a little matter of cover. Is that once you have Spencer Sautu playing that role, and you have Mulapiri who's playing as a wing forward, and as a wing forward, he doesn't feel that there is need for him to begin to drop back and add numbers and give the team balance, especially if you look at the way the team was having challenges balancing. To what extent do we have free rolls in modern day football? Because everyone is managing that space, Davis.
There's no free roll. Each and every player's got his own responsibilities.
In defense and in attack.
Yes.
There's nothing that
there's
this
nothing
one.
Free roll. All we do is there are those players who are gifted, talented, that are comfortable on the ball, like Messi. Can you tell me Messi plays a free roll? No,
he defends.
Yes, it does not. In modern football, it's long days where we had players like a striker who just stands there and say, I cannot defend, just bring me the balls. No, it's not. This time, everyone, when we lose the ball, is a defender. When we win the ball, is an attacker. So we defend as a unit, as a team. We attack as a unit, as a team. There's nothing like, no, me, I'm just there to do what? No. Only a keeper who cannot go forward to go and score.
So that's the only free roll.
Maybe people refer a free roll as to someone who's you are playing on the left midfield. You drift inside, you go out, but then you have to have that steam.
Because I'm actually asking this gentleman because both games we've analyzed today.
Listen, when people say free roll, the free roll they talk about is, you see, there are players who are mobile, comfortable on the ball. We call them playmakers.
Yeah.
So when you're a playmaker, you'll be found go on the right, get the ball, takes the ball there. You've got that endurance capacity to move around. But when they see them, they think he's a free roll. No. He's doing his position, he's moving, taking the ball to distribute it.
Okay, so, which brings me to my question. Both games we analyzed today, the wingers probably behaved in identical ways. They were not dropping. They were not, simply not dropping. Both Wada as wingers, and he had no kind words to tell his players, even after the game. The wingers were not dropping. Fire was not dropping. Chamba was not dropping. Yeah. Who expected Renfrew to drop? Yeah. Even in this game, Mwilapiri is not dropping. Venetius Mapande is not dropping. So, big deal. Wing forwards are supposed to walk back.
I think Zita, I've seen this. Most of us coaches who tell a winger, we move together. You don't go beyond your wing back, and the wing back is not supposed to go beyond the winger.
Okay.